In these deeper waters, there can be a kind of an inner attention that it can feel like a kind of energetic gathering into our core, and it's very much felt a way to feel our bodies and our being here, concrete here. I'm hitting my legs here, in form and in body, when we are conscious of our energies that are expressing from the neck down and into our torso and into our bodies, connecting with the chair and feet with the floor. There's that sense of being very tactile and very embodied and engaged that is so important, and it's really helps us have the physical sense of our presence being in the present moment and being here, and less kind of lofty in escape or into our entertainments or problem solving and things like that, which all have their place. But I think it's more important than ever to really be mindful of these age-old pointers in spirituality, like, probably even worn out pointers, like be here now, to be here. And of course, at one level, there's no other place you can be, because you can't kind of get out of the moment. And yet, at another level, on a relative human experience, there can feel sometimes like we've lost touch with a sense of connection to our depth, to what's deeply meaningful to us, which is deeply life-giving and rewarding and sustaining, but also what's deeply connects us to the physical world, to nature, to all of those aspects that we might be shutting out if you are a person that spends a lot of time on devices or TV, or even caught up in certain addictions or certain preoccupations that have gone on overdrive. There can be a way of disconnecting from even all the inputs that are really helpful to us, that help promote well-being. And of course, a big part of that is being in relationship with people, fellow beings, fellow human beings, and also with nature. And it can very much be a part of a person's spiritual path to have that connection in their inner life with the sense of a high being that we may call God or spirit. And whether you hold those terms or not, there is a sense of connection with depth that can be felt in the inner realm, just like we can feel connection in the outer realm, but they feel and are different, and they complement one another. When we have a connection to a deep sense of peace and home in our own inner world, or our core, then that perfumes and spills out into our interactions during the day, and how we greet one another and spend time together and do our best to meet spirit to spirit or heart to heart. But also when we spend time engaged in the world and we go about the perhaps bumpy business of, learning to relate as best we can, and to sense that sense of connecting deeply with people, even as the surface communications may be going well or maybe not so well, or anything in between. The more we really come forward in relating, the more we have an arena where we can exercise that depth like exercising a muscle, and allowing that sense of depth to manifest and to carry forward. And it can feel like then that it ripples and multiplies and magnifies when it's being received in the light of another's awareness and received in their being and in their hearts. And that can give this sense of growing and increasing that sense of spirit.